Now, Storm Tracker 9 weather with Chief Meteorologist Justin Stapleton.
Summertime heat outside here across the western end of the state, as many spots, including Corvallis and certainly the folks down in Douglas County know, hitting 90 degrees in the middle of September. A little unusual for this time of year. Not out of the question. Again, we started last year in the beginning of September with about an 8-day stretch of 90-degree temperatures. So it can happen, but our average for this time of year is to start slipping down into the upper 70s. You take that along with the lower sun angle and the shorter days, and it does make it a little out of the ordinary. However, that's what we've got right now with high pressure pretty much sitting right on top of us. Now you see out to the coast, this is the visual satellite that I've got popped up here. And that sort of wispy cloud cover, that's the marine layer clouds that have been sitting over Northern California for the last couple of days. Those are starting to creep their way northward and will cloud things up tonight and tomorrow along the coast. So no more 70s along the coast. Possibly as you go to the north coast by tomorrow morning, should warm up pretty quickly. I think central south coast, you're about done. Otherwise, some high cirrus clouds blowing from southwest to northeast across the state. It's pretty much sunny skies. The Storm Tracker 9 live radar sweep not showing any precipitation out there. And we've got a weak cold front way off to the west of us, but that one is going to get chewed up pretty darn fast as it gets a little closer to us. Now, temperatures are slowly starting to cool so far this late afternoon. Corvallis right now is at 86 degrees. We've dropped 1 degree here in Eugene, still a very warm 88, 83 in Cottage Grove, 93 down in Roseburg, 56 in North Bend. You see the influence of that Pacific air moving back in, 77 in Blue River and sitting at around 81 as you get out towards Bend and Redmond. So clear skies overnight. The fog will start to move back in along the coast. That'll keep them in the 50s. Otherwise, it's mid to upper 40s to around 50 for everybody else. Very light to calm winds. And we're going to stay very mild going into the rest of tonight. Coastal clouds return tomorrow, as I mentioned, and that will cool things off as we head to the weekend. Some of that ocean air kind of slipping over into the valley, but it's not going to really make that big of an impact. We're going to keep kind of a summery feel to the forecast all the way into next week, too. So there's the high. You can see it's been drifting eastward, so we've got more of a northerly flow right now to the jet stream. But the secondary jet stream, we're getting a south-southwesterly flow, and that's what's pushing the marine clouds back up, I should say. Weak cold front off to the west of that. That'll sort of fall apart and kind of move its way through tomorrow. It really is going to make much of an impact, with the exception of, as you can see by tomorrow afternoon, push the marine clouds a little closer. So as we go overnight into Saturday, we'll start off with a little bit of patchy cloud cover here in the valley by the afternoon. You can see not much happening. Coast probably will get back to partly cloudy skies. But inland here, what we'll really notice, even though we'll see plenty of sunshine, is we'll mix in some of that cool Pacific air, and it will certainly cool us down for a few days as well. So the coast, we'll go 63 for tomorrow on average for everybody. A little cooler on the south coast, a little warmer as further up the coast you go. And then back into the morning clouds and afternoon sunshine in mid to upper 60s as we go to next week. Just a tad cooler in the Umpqua for tomorrow, mid to upper 80s. And then you see we kind of hold on to those mid 80s for Saturday and Sunday, and then kind of bump back up to 88 degrees by Monday. So not done with sort of a summery feel to the forecast just yet. Sunny and warm, mid 70s in the Cascades, low 80s in the foothills, mid 80s out in Bend and Redmond. As you saw our own Jennifer Richardson out there. Unfortunately, the winds and the temperatures really not going to help the firefighters that much with the wildfire concerns out there in Central Oregon. And here in the valley, around 85 to 86 tomorrow, so cooler than today, but still pretty warm for this time of year. Then a much more pleasant weekend. Saturday and Sunday, morning clouds and afternoon sun, right around 80 degrees, and then back to the mid 80s as we go into next week. As I said earlier this week, guys, the long-range models are showing that big ridge right on top of the northwest. And it looks like it's going to stick through next weekend, too. So I'm not expecting much change in the forecast here.
All right. Thanks, Justin.
Yeah.